Caliper slide pin and boot replacement. This is for a 2005 GMC Sierra half-ton. These are for the front calipers. This has drum brakes on the back. I believe this would also be the exact same thing for the Chevy Silverados of the same time period. I am pretty sure that prior to 2005, at least the part numbers I'm using are different. I'm not sure from 2005 up to 2007 and a half if these part numbers would apply. But the reason I'm doing this is really the process of replacing these things is the same regardless of whether it's a 2005 GMC or Silverado or some other vehicle that has the same design. My 2016 Jeep has the exact same design. Of course, the part numbers are different. So I've already removed the old boots. Here is what is left of the old boots. They were shot. Grab a new boot. So they all come with this metal ring. The boot will basically rip right off. One of them was half off. To get this metal ring out, the easiest thing I have found is take a flathead screwdriver, stick it on top, or try and get it underneath that little metal lip. Give it a couple swats with a hammer, and it's junk anyways. You'll bend it in, grab a pair of needle nose pliers, and then pull the rest of it out. I think one of these I had to grab a pair of vice grips to get a better hold on it, but that was pretty easy to get that out. Now, what I do is I then make sure that all of these surfaces are cleaned out. I ran some penetrating oil and WD-40 down in the holes, cleaned these all out. What I usually do is just grab one of the old metal slide pins, and then I just run those back up and down, grab a rag, wipe it off, yada, yada, yada. So I've already done that with these. I then flip them over, let them drain for an hour or so, and then that takes us to where we are right now with the reassembly. I've tried a couple different ways to reassemble these. I've done this on this vehicle a few times, but what I found to work the easiest is find a socket that will fit over this. So find something that's fairly tight. This one is. Twist it on here. Now before you do this, take a look inside the socket and make sure there's no sharp edges, because you don't want to rip this boot. This is actually a relatively new socket and it's in really good shape. So what you want is the metal flange of this ring. You want it to sit on top of that socket. If it sits down inside, as soon as you go to push this on, this whole boot is just going to slide inside the socket, which you don't want, and you don't want to bend this lip either. So this again is a 2005 GMC Sierra. This is a 22 mil socket. You would have used a 22 mil socket in order to get the wheels off. So guaranteed you're going to have a socket that fits at least this boot. I didn't have a 21 mil socket. I might have been able to get a 21 mil to fit on this. Anything bigger than a 22 was too big. Now, the next thing I do is I position this on the hole, square it up on the hole. I know this is hard for you to see, but we square that up on the hole, grab a rubber mallet, and give it a swat, dead center. Okay, it is seated. I believe it's in. Now again, remove that socket slowly. Just twist it off. Don't yank up on it and rip the boot off and have to start this process all over again. All right. That is perfect. So we're nicely seated all the way around it. Away we go. Now, if you were wondering, there are a few different manufacturers of these boots. I don't know why I grabbed this one, but anyways, this is a Carlson. Part number there on the box, 16118 is what this one took. And I also need to replace, now these, what's nice about these is they come in a set of 4, so you can do both calipers. The slide pins, however, only come in a set of 2, so they will only do one side at a time, which is actually fine for my purposes because I only had 2 of the pins that were really bad. Here's one of the really bad ones. It's rusted up pretty bad. I could probably wire wheel that and do a half decent job, but I'm into it this far. These are really not that expensive. I can't remember the price on them, but they weren't too bad. The boots, where's the other boot? These boots, they're really only a few bucks. I think they're under $10. I believe that's Canadian too. So, these slide pins that I'm using are from Rebestis, and they are a part number H15233. Now these pin kits also come with new bolts to secure to the rest of the caliper. New pin, like that. Now, we need to lube this thing up. What I have used is this Permatex silicone brake lubricant. I've used this for years and it's done me pretty well. There are other things out there. To each their own. Make sure there is something on this thing. Because even with the new boots, you're still going to get some, it's not a perfect seal. So, what I do is I do this, and I slide this down in the hole, twist it around. Go. Okay, still got some extra on the finger here. Let's stick that down in the boot. Extra lubricant never hurt nobody. Run that back through again. There we go. Have to get some air out of that in order to get that to sit down in there better. Perfect. There we go. Okay, repeat the same process for the other side. I won't bore you guys with the details on that. Now, one other thing I will advise people to do, sort of helps these things last a little longer. These have been in here for probably 8 years, maybe more. Take these out and lubricate them once in a while. I try to do it at least once a year. Sometimes I'm not so great, but anyways, at least once a year, take these things out, lubricate them. It'll make them last a little longer, and it'll allow you to keep on top of these boots, because these boots will wear out. They will crack over time, and as soon as they do, then water gets in there and you end up with stuff that looks like this. One of these had actually seized up on me, probably because the truck had sat for 2 months. Hadn't been used, so that probably didn't help it. But anyways, that's what I do. I hope this helps, folks. Thank you.